Yes, everything, notes and coding and programs and everything. I have soft copy of material. You will able to get that material, no problem at all, along with my videos also, everyday session videos and material you'll get. So let's start today's session. So first, let me give complete introduction of Python. So you people are going to learn Python, so you should understand well. So what is Python and why Python? Where exactly we can use Python, and what is the advantages of Python? We'll discuss what are the features and what is the advantages. Then after that, uh, if you want to start programming part using Python programming language, then what requirement is need actually? So what software need to be installed, how to get it and how to install it, everything I'll tell you clearly. So you just follow the instructions clearly here. So first thing is, what is Python? Yes, it's a very simple and straightforward question. You people might give the answer, it is a programming language. Yes, undoubtedly it is a programming language. But what kind of programming language it is? Okay, so Python is a general purpose. Python is a general purpose, high level, high level, high level, interpreted, interpreted, interpreted. Next, dynamically typed, dynamically typed, case sensitive, case sensitive programming language, we can call it as. So Python is a general purpose, high level, interpreted, dynamically typed, case sensitive programming language. Language. So what is general purpose? So most of the cases we heard that it's a general purpose language, like C# is a general language, Java is a general purpose programming language. But what is it mean actually here? So if it is a general purpose programming language, using that programming language, we can able to develop maximum applications. Like all application is possible. It's not specific purpose. Okay. So in olden days, there was a COBOL, Fortran, Pascal language was there that was completely specific purpose designed. So even in that, so that in olden days, most of the programmers were learned every separate application purpose. They were learned separate language. But nowadays, one programming language is enough to fulfill the requirements of in any kind of application. So that is general purpose. We can say that. So Python is a general purpose programming language. That means using Python, we can able to develop maximum applications, not only specific kind of applications, like only one category type of applications, not any type of applications we can able to develop using Python. And Python is high level programming language, so that as a programmer, we need not to concentrate on low level activities like memory management, security purpose. You need not to write any code. Why? Because in Python, so inbuilt tools are there. Garbage collector for memory management, code security purpose. We have code access security automatically built in. It is there. So that's what it is. High level programming language. So you need not to worry about low level activities. Next, Python is interpreted programming language. So there is importantly what I want to say. So compiler based languages are there. Interpreter based languages are there. Interpreted based, compiler based, both are there. So what is compiler based languages like C, C++, C Sharp, .NET, Java? These are all interpreted based programming languages. Now coming to the compiler based languages. Coming to the interpreted based programming language, Python, JavaScript, HTML, shell script, Perl script. So these are all interpreted programming languages, Perl script. Okay. So what is the difference between interpreted and compiler? It's very straightforward difference. When we write program in these programming languages, whole program at a time it is going to check and run. That is called compiler. What compiler will do? Compiler will check whole program at a time in these languages. How many number of lines of code you have written, no matter, whole program at a time it will check and it will execute. But when it comes to interpreter, that is example is our Python language interpreter, how much code you have written, how many lines of code you have written, no matter, interpreted based it is, so that line by line check and it will execute. Every line separately it will process and check it and execute if there is no error. That is interpreted based. So if you write 50 lines of code in Python, one by one line only it will check, not whole program at a time it will check. That is called interpreter. So, sir, in Python there is no compiler. Yes, we have a compiler, but internally compilation will be done by interpreter only. You need not to do explicit compilation in Python as a programmer. But here we have to do compilation separate and run separate in these languages. Due to this reason, like Python is an interpreter, program execution speed of Python is somewhat little bit slow when compared to these C, C++, Java and all. So program uh, execution speed is somewhat slow compared to other languages. Yes, yes. Please check out your audio settings, Mr. Rajak, because from my side it's everything is clear. So internet speed and everything connection, no issues. Please try to check out your audio settings once if you are not able to hear clearly. Yes. Now, so compiler based languages all are somewhat execution wise its speed. Interpreted based languages execution wise it's somewhat little bit slow. But it doesn't mean that it is a huge drawback. So it's a simple basic drawback actually. It's not a drawback, we can call it as. So it is line by line execution. According to me, if it is interpreted, that is good for the programmer point of view. Why? Because you can have the clarity while running the Python script. So line by line code, if you execute, then you will get more clarity on that. Why? Because line by line, if you execute, line by line, if you check, so what's happening internally, each line you will get detailed input and output values you can able to cross verify. Debugging is possible actually here. So that is interpreted based language Python. So next, dynamically typed programming language Python is. So what is dynamically typed? Again, I have to say that there are two types of languages, like statically typed. These languages are statically typed languages, compiler based languages, C, C++, C Sharp, .NET, Java, and also these are statically typed. But coming to the Python and all, these all dynamically typed. Dynamically typed. What is dynamically typed and statically typed? Generally, in these languages like C, C++, Java, and .NET, when we declare a variable like this, we can declare int a equals to 10. You know, so int is data type, a is variable, 10 is value. So while declaring a variable in these languages, as a programmer, you should decide data type of the variable. Yes, as a programmer, you should decide data type of the variable. So while writing the code only, you are deciding for this variable a, data type is integer based on your value. That is called statically deciding line. This is statically typed, we can say that. But Python is dynamically typed programming language, I'm saying. Dynamically typed means like a equals to 10. That's it. What about a variable data type? You should not give a variable data type here. If we give, it will give error in Python. Why? Because it's a dynamically typed programming language. Dynamically means runtime. At the time of running the code, Python by default will assign a data type of this a variable. Python will decide by default a data type of this variable. Based on what? Based on the value. For example, if I say a equals to 10 means, then for this a variable, Python will decide internally integer data type. Now, if I give a equals to 23.4, so Python will give for this a variable float type of data type. But you are not going to give any data type here while declaring the variable. That is the main advantage according to programmer, because you need not to know about the data type here in Python. So directly you just focus on your value, which value you want to assign to the variable, that you can assign it. But what about initialization of this a variable data type? Data type initialization can be done by Python itself internally. So that's what it is dynamically typed here. So while declaring a variable in Python, you need not to specify any data type of the variable. Why? Because Python is dynamically typed programming language. That means when we assign a value to the variable in Python, based on your value, data type will decide internally. But in other languages like C, C++, .NET, Java, you can't do this one. You have to decide compulsory a data type while declaring variable. But if I give 10.7 and if I give integer, it will give error in these languages because we have given float type, but we are trying to give integer type. Irrelevant that is. So Python is dynamically typed programming language, but these are all statically typed programming language. Statically means at the time of writing, you should give the data type of this variable. So it is dynamically typed programming language. Then Python is case sensitive programming language. Yes, case sensitive means what? For example, if I declare a variable a value 10, when I try to access this a, so you should access with a only. But when we try to access in different case like capital A, it won't work out. Undoubtedly, it will give error. Why? Because you declare a variable in one type, but you are trying to access in other type. So this is case sensitive. It's not matching. So it's give error actually. So Python is a case sensitive programming language. While typing, while accessing, while declaring the variables, you should be more focused on it. So what is Python means? Python is a general purpose means using Python we can develop any kind of applications, not only specific applications. Python is high level means no need to write any code for low level activities like memory management and security. Python is interpreted based means line by line code will check and execute. Python is dynamically typed means while declaring a variable, you need not to specify any data type of the variable because dynamically at running time, the variable will get a data type. Who will decide? Python will decide internally. And Python is case sensitive programming language, means how the way you define and declare the variable, same way how to access. Other way, if you try to access, then it will give error. So what is Python means you should say like this. So Python is a general purpose, high level, interpreted, dynamically typed, and case sensitive programming language. Next, why Python? So why Python? What is the use of Python actually here? So where do we use Python? Why Python? So generally, Python is used to develop application or software. Python is used to develop applications. Yes. What kind of applications we can develop using Python? Yes, there are plenty of applications we can develop using Python. Like you can see, standalone applications we can develop using Python. But standalone means the application once we design and develop, where you install, there only it is going to be worked out. So through this standalone application, we can't share the information and we cannot interact with the other people, other websites throughout the globe. So it's not possible. It's a standalone application. These application also called as desktop application. Also, we can call it as desktop application. Standalone or desktop applications we can develop using Python. Standalone or desktop applications are two categories: console-based applications. It's completely CUI, character user interface or command user interface. Next, desktop GUI also there, completely graphical user interface application. Two category of applications we have. Both we'll discuss in our sessions, no problem at all. So standalone application or desktop application, console-based means command prompt application. This is every time we are going to give input in the form of characters as well as output also we are getting in the form of characters. And desktop GUI means we have some designs like labels, buttons, checkboxes, radio buttons, some graphically we can maintain the forms. So this is standalone. Next here, using Python, we can able to develop web applications also. Yes, web application purpose, I strongly recommend to learn Django once you complete Python programming language. So Django is a web application development framework. Okay, this is web applications possible. And not only these applications, Python script we can also use it in network programming. Yes, most of the network engineers nowadays are going to learn Python because to manage their router programming, NetFico, Param. So they are having so many modules are there to manage their routers code. Then they are using Python script nowadays. Network programming also we can uh, create using Python script. And not also network programming. Python script can be used in lot of gaming applications also. You can use Python script to develop game application. And even Python can be used in data analysis part. Like most of the people nowadays, they are using data science purpose. Python script they are rapidly using. And machine learning, ML, AI, artificial intelligence applications. And next, Internet of Things, IoT programs. Okay, so next, audio and video based applications, audio and video based applications purpose. Python script can be used very much useful actually at Python script. So in this area exactly we can use Python script to develop web applications and standalone desktop application, network programming, gaming applications, data science and data analysis, machine learning, artificial intelligence, IoT, audio and video based applications, lot of things. So most of the companies like internally Google and YouTube people are using Python script for managing their video streaming. And top software companies like Google, Microsoft, IBM, Yahoo using Python for their applications and environment. So once if we learn Python, so Python can be used anywhere in any aspect in real time. So that's the reason I strongly believe that once a person, if they learn Python script, so they know how to manage the Python script, at least basic idea. So they are having plenty of opportunities in real-time industry. So nowadays Python is everywhere. Python is going to be used. Even test cases also. In previous days, people were use C Sharp .NET code or Java core Java code. We use test cases writing, but nowadays all are looking for Python script for writing test cases. And we can use Python programming language in both cases. Like as a script, we can use as a programming language also you can use. So what is difference between scripting language and programming language here? Most of the people will get confused here. Sir, is this Python is a scripting language or programming language? For your kind information, I want to say something here. Every scripting language is also called as programming language. Yes, all are programming language only. But the matter is only the code which is going to be handled by interpreter, means line by line execution. Usually we can call it as script. And the code which is going to be managed by compiler only. So usually we can call it as programming language. So you can say Java is not, we cannot say Java is scripting language. Java is a programming language. C Sharp.NET is a programming language. But why do we call only JavaScript, VB script, HTML, Python, Perl script, shell script? These only scripting language because these are all interpreted based. Means these programming language code you can use anywhere as a script. Means you can use some part of code we can write using Python. That Python code we can able to bind it to any other applications. Behind the scenes it will run. That is called script. But even we can able to develop complete applications using only Python language. At that time we can say programming language. So as a supportive we can use Python script. As pure application development purpose also we can use Python script. Both the ways it is going to be there. It is multi-role, it will pay that. Okay. So you can call it as scripting as well as programming language, no problem at all. Okay. So all scripting languages are called programming language, we can say that. So that is the difference. And next, the reason why Python became popular nowadays, like last 3-4 years onwards, we heard that Python is booming like this in IT industry. What is the reason? So there are two reasons are there. I'm speaking first student point of view. So those who finish their BTech or MCA, then according to their perception, so why Python become popular means they thought that so it's a easy language. As undoubtedly it's a easy, and comparatively, when we starts with comparing like C Sharp.NET, other Java programming language, other languages, when we compare, Python code is very quite simple and everybody can able to understand easily. And comparatively, number of lines of code also we will write very less number of lines of code and huge output you will get. So huge operations, complex operations also you can perform using this small script. So that is the advantage actually. So this is student perception, but the real time perception is what you know. Why Python became more popular nowadays? Because you can consider there are lot of areas are there in real time. So many areas will come. Some people are uh, from network engineers, like app developers, data scientists, okay, artificial intelligence, robotic developers, like here business applications kind of things, some web applications or web services. Different categories are, no, even embedded programming. Yes, embedded engineers, VLSI, MATLAB people also use Python script according to their requirement. So different domains people will come, and for them, all domain people need one language that is undoubtedly Python, I can say. Why? Because the reason is, once we install Python software in your computer, all libraries will be installed. Yes, there is having huge, Python is having huge standard libraries. Once you get that libraries, using that libraries, you can able to develop your applications very quickly and easily. Not only one category of application libraries, all kind of libraries. You want to develop gaming application? Yes, gaming libraries are ready. Yes, it's ready with the Python. You should just install Python software. You can import the gaming libraries and use your code and develop the game quickly. That's it. But this facility is not there in those languages like Java, C Sharp, .NET. Yes, they are having some libraries, but in some certain area only they'll provide some libraries. But all the areas they might not be provided. That's the case. Python is strong in that case. So once we install Python software in your computer, there are huge libraries will get installed automatically. Using that huge standard libraries, you can fulfill your requirement easily, irrespective of what domain you are from, no matter it is. So happily it is going to be work out. So that much of huge libraries are there in Python. That's what it's become popular. So why test engineers are depending Python script nowadays? Because they are going to write test cases very easily, very small and very shorthand way of writing code is possible in Python. So they'll finish their task very quickly using this Python libraries. Previously, they write core Java program to write test cases. Okay, just comparative I'm telling. So that's the case actually here. Easily we can able to manage the code. Easily we can able to write the code. Understandability is there, readability is there, and quickly we can able to implement the logic. So that's enough. These are the reasons are enough why Python becomes so popular nowadays. So that's what I'm saying. This is very easy programming language. Don't feel bad. Okay, I'm not saying like that. So nowadays, those who are upcoming people, from upcoming people point of view, I'm telling those who wants to learn a programming language, at least one, I strongly recommend to them to learn Python. Assume that if a person is not able to learn Python programming language, okay, no matter you are the technical background or non-technical background, doesn't matter. If a person is not able to understand Python, not able to learn Python programming language nowadays, he can't able to learn any others. I'm not degrading. Okay. I'm just saying that reality. So I mean to say Python is a very easy programming language. My meaning is that is all. So you can feel it that much of easy. If you feel this is also tough, you can't fit. You can't fit undoubtedly. Even you may get doubts, sir. Why Python is easy? C language is there. Yes, C language is there. C++ is there. Do you feel that are easy? No, I'm not feeling that are easy. So compared to Python, so C++ are very tough programming language, undoubtedly. Even I teach many years C language, C++ only. What I feel, I'm saying that. Okay, so that's the reason I'm saying that. So Python is very simple language. Everybody can come forward and learn it easily. You can able to understand. No need to have the basic sense of coding. Please trust me. Many of them are going to say that, sir, I want to learn Python, but before learn Python, so is that required to learn C++, Java? No. If you already learned that, then Python is not required actually. But that is not huge language that are. Compared to that, it is very simple language. So come with empty mind and go with full of mind with technical subject. That is Python, no doubt at all. We are going to teach in basic level onwards. So that's what I am saying, that you need not to have any idea about any coding like C, C++ or something. Okay. even a person don't know how to handle with the program at all. So he can able to learn Python easily, very quickly. So concentration is required here because so all the people are eligibility to learn any technology in the software industry. Either you may be background of triple E or EC, no matter. Even civil people or BCom computers background students will come and learn Python. So no matter it is your background is. You may think like this. So many people I have seen in my classes. Okay, so those who are coming from IT computer science background in their academic years. So they are equal to those who are not coming from background of IT. According to me, they are equal. If they are not having knowledge, then they are equal. If already they are having knowledge, it's no matter. It's good also. But it doesn't mean that those who don't have any knowledge before the Python, so you need not to worry about that. You are lucky because your concentration will be more on these technical things. So you will learn quickly according to them. Apart from them. So what I'm saying that, so no need to worry about to learn Pythons, no need to have any coding knowledge before that what you learn. So straight away you just come and learn Python and get it a job. That's it, matter is over. No need to think extra things. But only the thing is your contribution is much important here. So practice is very important. But it look like simple, but if you ignore, then it will become hard something. Okay. So everyday practice is required. So practice compulsory required. Even if you not practice well, so even if I not practice a few days, or if I not teach Python for a couple of months, after 3 months or 4 months, even I used to forget a code to teach something. So that is what lack of practice, we can say that. So practice is very important. So it's not a big deal actually to learn Python. It's very, very easy. You feel very comfortable, undoubtedly, no matter it is. Only the thing is, as it is what I'm trying to teach you, just follow me and you can have that simple knowledge. Basically, we will inject some basic knowledge onwards up to extent level. Slowly, we will inject that. How to inject, I know that as a trainer. So how to teach and how to, where we need to discuss more in detail. I know that. You just leave it to me. No problem at all. So what is Python and why Python? It's finished. Next, how Python is very easy compared to other programming languages. So I'm saying that simple example, how Python is become easy compared to other language. So if you want to print a hello in my output screen, to print hello, just only hello I want to print. How we can write in other language code? So first they need to, for example, if you feel that it is a Java, so packages you have to import. After that class name we have to import, open bracket, public, static, void, main method it is. This is string, square bracket, args. These things are there actually here. Open, and after that system dot out dot println, I want to say hello. Okay. So look at here. I want to print only hello. For one line printing purpose, you have written the code 5 to 6 lines of code. How it is. Okay. But in Python, no need to write anything. No packages, no class names, no main method. Directly just print hello. Matter is over. No semicolon also. It's a very straightforward script. Okay. So compared to this, imagine that in other languages, if you want to print hello in the output window, so you have to prepare class and main method and system.out.println, open bracket, curly brackets, close bracket. If you did any mistake here, so if I give this semicolon forgot, it will give error. Even if I remove one bracket, you will get error. So much of things will be happen in other languages, even in C, C++, Java, and .NET. But that's not required here in Python. Directly, you can able to write it clearly, print hello. That's enough. So this is what compared to other programming language, Python is very easy. We can have the less number of lines of code here. No need to write a large number of lines of code here. Okay. So this is application area where we can use Python script and how it is going to become easy compared to other programming language, what we can say. Next, I want to tell you some history of Python. So the name Python was selected from TV show. So the TV show name called Monty Python Circus. Monty Python Circus Show. This is the TV show name. Who developed Python means. So the author name of Python is Guido van Rossum. Guido van Rossum. Udo van Rossum. He is the man who invented Python. So in the year of 1989, he invented Python, and the first version of Python was released in the year of 1992. So he's the man who invented Python at the year of 1989 and released the first version of Python is 1992. So the name Python was selected from TV show. There was a TV show called Monty Python Circus Show, which was broadcasted in BBC channel. And the author Guido van Rossum was taken maximum features from other languages like functional features from C, object-oriented programming features from C++, scripting languages feature from Perl script and Shell script. So he was taken from all that features from different programming languages. So later he made it Python, but at the initial stage of Python versions, Python was not so popular because slowly he started enhancing the things in Python actually. So Python basically it's a small script language he started, but later onwards they improves lot things in Python. So slowly it became functional oriented, object oriented completely. Now Python is functional oriented purely and object oriented purely. Object oriented programming features also will be there in Python. So we will discuss in advanced Python object oriented features. Now, what are the important features of Python here? I'm including the features of Python here quickly. So Python first feature is it is simple and easy to learn. Yes, Python is simple and easy to learn. As I told you that Python is a simple programming language. When we read Python program, you can feel like just we are reading some English statements. The syntax are very simple, okay, compared to other programming language. And we can write programs with a very less number of lines of code. So that means more readability and simplicity of the program is there. And we can reduce development and cost of the project also because quickly we can able to finish the project development with writing simple lines of code. So next feature is Python is free and open source. Python is free and open source. Means we can use Python software without any license. Why? Because it's a free software, no? So you can able to connect with the official website that is www.python.org. I'll show you how to connect it. So you can able to get it the software from there. So freely you can get. It's a open source. The code means source code of the Python is open to anyone. They can able to get that source code from official website, and they can improve later according to their requirement. Next, Python is high-level programming language, as I said in the first statement, high-level programming language. If it is high-level, so what is happening here? So being a programmer, we are not required to concentrate to write logic for low-level activities like memory management and security. And Python is cross-platform, cross-platform or platform independent, we can say that. Platform independent, cross-platform or platform independent, we can say that. Means what? Once if we write Python programs, it can be run on any platform without rewriting once again. That means it can be support on Windows, Linux, OS, Mac OS, Unix, anywhere it can be support, no problem. It is cross-platform, we can say that. Next, Python programming language is portability. So portability means what, you know? Python programs are portable because once we write Python program, we can migrate from one platform to another platform very easily. So Python programs will provide same results on any platform, no matter it is. Result will never change. And as I said that Python is dynamically typed programming language, dynamically typed programming language. So means we can declare variable directly. We need not to mention any data type of the variable. Based on the value, data type will decide internally by Python. So as a programmer, you need not to concentrate to define any data type. It doesn't mean that Python don't have any data types. It is having a lot of data types. We'll discuss that. So, but only you will not declare any data type while declaring the variable. That's it. Okay. Next, Python is extensible. Python is extensible. This is another feature. So we are not required to compile Python programs explicitly. So internally, Python interpreter will take care of that compilation. Okay, it is interpreter based actually. And extensible means we can use other language programs in Python. The main advantage of this approach is what we can use already existing legacy non-Python code we can use, and we can improve performance of the application also there. That is called extensibility. And Python is having huge standard library. It is very important feature, huge standard library. As I said that once we install Python software in your computer, there are so much libraries will be there that will be installed, and according to your requirement, what kind of application you are trying to write the code. So according to that, you can import that libraries. So maximum contribution will come from these libraries only. So as a programmer, just give little bit contribution from your side, then you can fulfill the requirement easily here. So these are the features of Python. Okay, so versions of Python also I need to discuss. What are the main versions are there? So here I'll show you versions. Actually, first version is 0.9.0. Later they come up with 1.x, 2.x, 3.x. X means there are a lot of subversions also there. I'll show you in my document. 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, and 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 3.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are in 3.8.5 around, like this is the latest version of Python. Here, latest version only I'm going to download and install. So these are the main versions of Python actually. I'll show you if you want more versions. Now you can see this. I have a Python document. This is completely soft copy of material, which I'm going to share to you later. So don't worry. So I'm opening this my Python document. Just I want to show you the versions. What are the versions? You need not to remember these all versions here clearly. Okay, so this is just a basic and theoretical part introduction, which I want to tell you before going to write coding part. So we will not focus much more on theoretical part, even that's not good for you also. So just this is introduction session. What is what I am explaining now. So that's the reason actually. So we will jump into immediately coding part actually here. So look at here, these are the versions of Python which I mentioned in my document. 0.9.0, there are a lot of subversions are there. 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 3.7 up to here, 3.8, 3.8.1, 2, 3, 4, 3.8.5 is the latest version here. Okay, so no need to concentrate on this, no problem. Just I want to show you the versions. So this is completely theoretical part. Versions of Python, features of Python, who invented Python, and Python feature, what kind of applications we can develop using Python, and what is Python. Just this is theoretical aspect what we have. Okay, next what I want to do this immediately I'll move to how to get start Python programs. What is required for this only here. So the main and basic requirement is I strongly recommend to download and install Python software. First step you need to do like this only. So where I should go and how to download and how to get software. So simply you can go to Google, and in this Google search box you can type download Python. That's it, download Python. Once you type download Python, you will have this first official link, that is www.python.org. So you can see this python.org. I'm just clicking on it. So you can see this, notice that, oh, Python 3.9 also came. So I'm seeing first time here. So we worked with Python 3.85, 8.5 last version, which I download. No matter it is available 3.9. Even for most probably next weekend, I'll tell you what new in this Python 3.9.0. We will include that practical implementation also. We'll try it. Okay. Once let me read the document, what was there in that 3.9.0 new things, and we'll see practical implementation also in Python 3.9.0. So this is what official website. You just click on this one, download Python 3.9.0. We are getting this Python 3.9.0 latest version of software we are getting. Understand? So once if you download this, you will able to get this Python 3.9.0.exe file. You are going to get that. So how to install? Now you can see it is Linux, Unix, Mac OS, Windows, everything is there. Here, if you want to read the documentation fully, you can go to documentation guide. So here Python books and essays will be there, PDF. So everything you can able to cross verify in this Python.org official website. So this is the way to download the software. So once if you download, so where it is available, you can see this, you can immediately go to download folders. So happily we can able to get it Python 3.9.0. How do we install that? Installation is very much pretty simple. No need to face any difficulties while installation, because it's a heavy, it's a lightweight software. It's not a heavyweight software. You just double click over there. I'm not going to proceed to install. Just let me show you. Once you double click over there, now you can see 3.9.0 it's going to be there. So you can install now before that. But before install now, so I strongly recommend to add Python 3.9 to path only here. This activation of checkbox is very much important. So what is the use of this activating the checkbox means if I activate this checkbox, automatically the path will be set. Okay, if you not activate this checkbox, later you have to set the interpreter path and all. So that is typical things actually. So just activate this checkbox. After that activation of this checkbox, just click on install now. Only one time install now. So after install now, then you will able to see that next three times. Nothing to do in the middle. So only you should do only three times next and install it. So once if you do next install it, we need to install now. Yes, you have to click on install now. Once we need to install now. So once if I install now, then it will ask you to next three times next. It will you just click on the next and click on install. Within less than 1 minute of time, you can have the software like this 3.9.0. But I'm not doing this because already in my computer 3.8.5 version is there. Let it be uninstalled later. I'll come with 3.9.0 only. Okay, not much more difference. And sir, after installation successfully, how do I open this Python software? Yes, you can go to Python search option and immediately type Python software. You'll able to see this here ideally of Python 3.9. You can able to look it. Here we have 3.8.5 is there in my computer. So 3.9 also it will come ideally. What is ideally stands for integrated development learning environment, we can call it as. Ideally stands for integrated development learning environment, we can say that. Once you click on it, then you will have the software editor window. Okay, this is software editor window. For the first and foremost, it will open like this only. Python 3.8.0 cell will be opened. So when we install latest software, Python 3.9.0 cell will open. This is called interactive mode, you can say that. But let me give some time. So before that, going to explain that, I want to tell you one thing. So there are few different ways to write Python's code and execute. What are the different ways to write Python code and execute? You can see different ways to write Python code and execute. Different ways to write Python code and execute. What are the different ways are there? I'll tell you all the ways. Don't worry. First, using uh, interactive mode. Using interactive mode, we can write the code and execute. Next, using script mode. Script. Next, using Python ideally. Please meet from your side, all of you. If you have any doubt, please type in the chat box so that I'll receive your question. I'll answer it, no problem. I request you to meet from your side. If you have any question, please type in the chat box. I'll reply. Using Python ideally. Next, using PyCharm editor. PyCharm editor. So no need to prepare any books. Actually, you can go through sites, actually website. Okay. So no problem at all. No books need to be read. So if you read books, then undoubtedly you will not get proper information. Okay, that's books are lengthy to read. So even you cannot concentrate. So that's not good idea to beginner. Okay, I'll not recommend any books. Yes, with respect of editor, PyCharm editor only I'll do this. Finally, I'll do PyCharm editor, not anyone. But I'm going to show you initial stage all the ways how to write code and execute. First, let me show you here. These are the PyCharm. Yes, PyCharm only. I'll do this PyCharm also now. But I'll stick with Python only, PyCharm editor only. But I have to show you what are the options are there at least. So you should understand, no, what way what way how many ways are there to write Python code and execute. So first way I'm saying interactive mode. Next, script mode. Yes, industry also so many people are also using PyCharm. That's what we'll strongly recommend PyCharm. Even right now, our complete Python, core Python and advanced Python will happen through PyCharm editor. But even in this session, I'll cover data analysis parts also, like pandas, matplotlib, numpy packages also I'll cover. At that time, I'll use Anaconda 3 distribution, means Jupyter, Spider, this kind of editors will be used. Okay, I'll tell you later. But initially, I'll go through PyCharm editor only. But before going to PyCharm and continue with PyCharm editor, uh, even you have to know as a programmer what kind of basic ways to write Python script and execute. So I'm saying that interactive mode is one way, script mode is another way, and Python ideally also another way. First, I'll go through interactive mode. But no matter what way you want to write, but for sure that Python software compulsory need to be installed. After completion of the course, do we get any projects to practice? So you will not get any projects because of the thing is, this is core and advanced Python only. Projects will available on Django framework. So that is completely web development. There is a chance to get any project from them, Django. But this course is not Django. It is only completely here I'm covering only core Python and advanced Python. Once you learn this subject from me, you will become a Python programmer. Okay. So if you want to develop any project after learning of Python, so you should learn Django framework. Once if you learn Django framework, you can able to prepare your own design of project and you can able to write the code using Python script. Who will teach Django? They will give projects. Here I'm not going to give any projects, so it's not possible also. So Mr. Baswaraj Patil is asking, after completing this course, for which course we should take admission? No, I am saying that strictly remember all of you. I'm going to give clarity. Sir, core and advanced Python is enough to learn to become Python developer? Yes. But some people are asking, Django is required? Yes, Django is required. When it is required? Okay. So when it is required, Django, I'll tell you. So as a student point of view, means freshers. So freshers, those who completed BTech or their MCA, if they want to try a job used on Python, so they usually learn core Python, advanced Python, along with web development purpose. They used to learn the Django framework. But already those who are employees, those who are working, okay, and those who are having other ideas like, sir, I want to become data analysis, data scientist, data analysis, or else I'm using Python script in my DevOps development and operations, or else I want to use Python script in my other projects which I am already working in real time. For them, I strongly recommend only core and advanced Python is enough. No need to learn any Django, not required, waste of time. Okay, you have option. If you want, you can learn it Django also after completion of Python. But what I observe here nowadays, most of the people, many of them are getting job only Python, core and advanced Python script. That's it. Yes. For data science with the further courses, just read your answer. Further course is needed for this. Yes, undoubtedly, those who are looking for data science or data analysis or DevOps. So core and advanced Python is quite enough. No need to learn any Django. Okay. Yes, Mr. Umapati is asking, sir, I have 12 years of experience in banking domain and data analytics. How it is useful? It will learn both. It's undoubtedly it is useful to you. Very good. In big way, it is going to useful to you. Undoubtedly. Okay. So because you are going to be you are going to be spend most of the time on data analysis part, I think so. So you have a data huge data. You have to filter it. You have to map it. So you have to get that proper organizational data. So in that context, the Python script is very much useful and powerful to you also. And Mr. Rajak is asking, sir, you are teaching only weekends or complete week? No, it is a weekend batch. So weekend batch I'm teaching. So week batch you want, you can go and ask them. So most probably after 1 week or 2 weeks, I'll start a week batch also daily, 1 time, 1 hour daily. This is weekend batch every day. Every day not possible. So Saturday, Sunday only it's possible this batch. Only 4 hours, 4 hours, Saturday 4 hours, Sunday 4 hours. Okay. And like that, 4, 5 weekends will be covered. So in that all things I will cover in detail. Okay, so there are a lot of questions are coming. Please let me explain that. So at the end of the session, I'll give the answer for you people because the session is going to be disturbed. A data scientist for Python, Python for basic required, advanced also required. So entire the Python is learned is better. for data science, because every concept is important to you in data analysis part. Python concepts are there, even regular expressions, okay, data structures, okay, lot of things are required. Tableau people also mainly use Python script to generate the reports. Yes. Okay, no problem. Yeah. So listen it. Okay. So there are uh, four ways are there, basic way to write Python script. Interactive mode I'm showing. So interactive, I'm saying once again, whatever the way you are going to write the code, but sure that first of all you should install Python software. How I install just now, how I shown this. So after installation of, then you can go to uh, search and type Python. So you will able to see this ideally of Python icon is there. Integrated development learning environment. Once you click on it, now you can see you'll able to see this interactive mode window. This window is called interactive mode. Interactive mode means you need not to type complete Python code here. You just interact with that window, whatever you want to type, then you can see A is coming. I assign value 10 value to A variable. Just I want to print A, so I print A and enter, so output is coming. Or else if you want use print function also you can use, but not required to use print function here. Print of A. Print is a built-in function to display some output here. So this interactive window speciality is what, just as soon as when we interact with this window while typing the code, immediately press enter button. So immediately you'll get output. No need to worry about that. This is called interactive mode, we can call it as. Okay. Next, you can see I want to write something here. Um, A equals to 10, 20, B equals to 30. So if you want to add two numbers, so A plus B is enough. That's it. But no need to give any data type of the variable here. Why? Because it's a dynamically typed programming language. So if you want to know what type of data type it is, then we can use type function. Type of A. Type is a built-in function. Now you can see Python decided for this A variable data type is what's our integer type it decided. So because of value here. For example, if I'm giving 34.5, so A is 34.5. If you want to know the type of A, then we can use type of A. Float type is decided. So it's a dynamically typed. So it is not possible to do like this. Int A equals to 10. It is not allowed to enter. So it will give error, syntax error. In other languages, we can use this kind of syntax, but in Python, it's not possible to use this syntax because Python is a dynamically typed language. It's not statically typed language. So dynamic means only just focus on your value and variable. Based on this value and variable, data type will decide internally. What it decide internally, if you want to know, then we can apply type function. Type of A means A type is integer decided because value is 20 only. Here A value 34.5, A type is what? Float type it is there. Suppose here A value is something I want to say Durga here. So type of A if you want, then string type it is decided internally. So that is string type. If you want to print A, then you can able to print A is Durga is decided. This is called interactive window. So how long you want to interact with the window with your code and all, press enter, then you will get immediate output here instantly. No need to write complete Python script and no need to save it anywhere and no need to run later at all. This is interactive window. This is one way you have option to work with it. Then there is another way is the second way. Script mode is there. Script mode means in this script mode, we can write complete we will write complete script. Okay. For that, you can use any other editor like Notepad or WordPad or something. Suppose I want to write something here in my Notepad window. So hello durgasoft I'm using. Okay, this is my script. So it's not Python script right now, but when it will become Python script, so I have a script with Notepad. So I want to make this code as Python script. So how do we make this code as Python script? Means while saving this file and save, and you can choose the right location, desktop I'm using. And now you can see this, I'm using test.py. .py is an extension of Python files. Every time used to save .py only. Test.py I'm using. And you just click on save it. Now you can close this now. Print hello durgasoft. We have written completely successfully script. Now you just observe here the icon is locating here. Python logo is there, test.py. This is the Python script file is created. But how to run this, sir? Yes. Once if you write your Python script, by using script mode like Notepad or Edit Plus or other editors, whatever you want, you can use it. But don't forget to save. While saving .py extension is required. .py means Python file. Once you have a script ready with you, so how to execute this? Yes, there are two options you have to execute. One option is already available script file. If you want to execute, there are two options are there. One option is using command prompt. Another option is you have already installed Python IDLE software. You can go through it. First, I want to show you how to execute this test.py file in command prompt. Command prompt means it's operating system like Windows operating system command prompt. Let's go to search and command prompt and enter. Now you can see we have at this location, C drive location we have right now here. But our file is available where? Test.py. Here desktop is there. So I want to move to desktop location. You can see cd space desktop I'm taking. This is change directory, we can call it as. I want to change my directory to desktop. When I change cd space desktop, then press enter, then you can see you are in the desktop right now. Once you are in the desktop, your file is also available in desktop. So let's try to run this file. How the way you want to run means, you can see Python space. I'm passing command. If I pass Python means, that means I'm going to execute Python script here. Python space, your file name is what? Test.py. So Python space test.py, then press enter. You are going to executing like you can see this hello durgasoft. Or else we have other way, py space, let's give this py space test.py, then enter. Then you can see hello durgasoft is coming like this, hello durgasoft. So py or Python, anyone you can use command, and your file name you should mention this. This is one way to execute your program already available script. So I have other option also. You can go through Python IDLE software for loading the existing file. So I'm just going to IDLE open. So here this is interactive mode. I don't want to write any code in this interactive mode because already I have a file. So I want to open the existing file. You can click on file menu and open option. And now you can see it is available in desktop. Let's go to desktop and test.py. You just select it and open it. So once you open, it's going to load it. Once it is loaded, then you can go to run option and run module. There is a F5 option is there. Then you click on it, so it will able to get execute like this. So this is way to execute Python script using script mode also. Sir, you may get doubt. So why don't we go for directly Python ideally there only? Why don't you write your script? Yes, we can write instead of going to Notepad and all. Directly we can go to Python ideal also, and there only we can prepare your own script. So how to do this? Now you can say this Python. I'm saying ideally. Now I'm going to file menu and click on new file. So I just click on new file. And you can see this, I'm just writing my code a value 10, b value 20, print, I want to do a plus b, I want to do this. Or else it's some script I want to write, some is plus a plus b, I want to do this. This is my code actually, which I written inside the IDLE directly. But before going to run this, you must and should save actually. So whenever I try to run directly, it will ask you to save this. Source must be saved. Okay to save. That's okay to save. So I want to save this file in my desktop again. So let's go for test1.py or something. .py must and should be give this in this case. Once I run this, now you can see sum is that it's coming according to my code. So it is coming a value 10, b value 20, sum is 30 only, a plus b is coming. Understand? So this is what directly Python ideally through we can able to run it. So all options I have shown clearly, no problem at all, but I will not follow any one of these options. I never follow interactive mode, script mode, Python ideally in our session. In our session, I follow always PyCharm editor. Even I strongly recommend to use all the people, those who want to learn Python. For them, I strongly recommend to use PyCharm editor only. In real time, also most of the companies will follow this PyCharm editor. So let's go for PyCharm editor. You may get doubts, sir. How I can make setup with PyCharm editor, sir? No matter you may set up PyCharm editor or not set up PyCharm editor, or you want to go through other editor. First of all, you should complete Python software installation. Without Python software installation, basic and core libraries will not come. Without those libraries, you can't directly go through PyCharm editor. In my computer already Python software installed, so let's go to PyCharm installation. But PyCharm will not come by default. It's a third-party editor, so you have to be download and install PyCharm editor also. Sir, how do we make setup of PyCharm editor? You can see this. Let's go to Google again. So once I'll show you how to make setup of PyCharm software. So you can simply type it download PyCharm. Download PyCharm, you can type it. So once if you click on download PyCharm, you can see this. There is official website for PyCharm also. JetBrains.com community is there. www.jetbrains.com. Download PyCharm editor. So IDE for professional developers. Now when we click on it, now you can see we have two options in front of we. So professional editor is there, community version is there. Now look at here, professional editor for both scientific and web Python development with using HTML, JavaScript, and SQL support. As I told you that the Django framework is required no, for web development of Python. For them, I strongly recommend to download this, but it is unfortunately trial version. It's not full version actually. It's a trial version only here. Means hardly 1 month you can able to use this professional editor. Once you complete 1 month, then again you have to purchase from JetBrains community software here. So this is professional editor only for web development and core Python and all. But I strongly recommend to install this one community version for pure Python development purpose. It's a free and open source. Once you download it and install it, and lifetime you can able to access here, no problem at all. So your PyCharm editor will not be expired anyway, so you'll not get any disturb. So our core and advanced Python purpose, that's quite enough actually here. So it takes to download sometimes. So once you download successfully PyCharm editor, immediately you can go through download option. You can see this download. So you'll have this PyCharm community like this 2020 version. So double click on this PyCharm editor. Once if you double click on PyCharm editor, how do we install it? I'll tell you. It's very simple. No need to worry about to install this software. So you need not to do any activation or deactivation of this checkbox options, no matter. You just uh, 3 times next install it. Don't want to install because already I have in my computer. So 3 times next install it. Nothing to change in the middle. Okay. So please follow the conditions. No need to activate or deactivate anything in the middle. Happily you just double click on PyCharm community.exe and directly install it, and you will be able to get the software clearly here. So once you successfully download and install PyCharm editor, how to open PyCharm editor? You can go to search box, simply type PyCharm, and you can able to look at JetBrains PyCharm community option will be there. As soon as when we click over there, and it will take to time load here. So now you can see you are able to get this PyCharm editor environment look like. But for the first time, whenever you open this into your computer, so you will have some blank window. But in my computer already previous sessions what I teach in my case, so that project is going to open. But don't expect same thing here what I am getting. Okay, in your computer first time when we use this PyCharm editor, you will get some blank window only. You have to create compulsory a new project. Now you can see this Python at 9 a.m. 1-to-1 project. It is my previous project, what I explained today. So that project is loading. But in your case, you will get some blank window after opening PyCharm editor. But how to do the things, I'll tell you. Don't worry. So just give me 1 minute. I'll let it be loaded here. It is taking time sometime. For the first time, it takes time to load. So our session completely continue with PyCharm editor, sir. Okay, so be ready with Python software and PyCharm editor. So I'll go through it now. So look at here, and even you can see you will not able to see this kind of white screen and these all the things while working with PyCharm editor. So editor look and feel also will be changed. What look and feel you will get for the first time, I'll show you. So I'm going to settings and I'm going to change the themes and all. So look at here, appearance and behavior and appearance. Just wait, I tell you. So by default, the theme is Dracula will be there. Look and feel will be like this only. Okay. And even the font size also look like a very small size. So you can able to see this like this. Only if this is the things will happen. See, first time when you open PyCharm software, you will get this kind of theme, black color, and you will get some small font size. But if you want to change the theme and size, you can go to file menu of PyCharm editor, settings, and appearance and behavior is there. Appearance is there. And after that, here theme is there, IntelliJ option is there. You can select it, and editor font option is there. You can go through font option like any how much size you want. You can select it and click on OK. You'll have that look and feel like this only. But this is not your project. So, sir, how I can create a new project here? So, to create a new project, you can see this. First, you have to create new project by following these steps. File menu and go to new project. And after that, here we can give this new project name, any name we can give. Suppose I'm giving Python weekend, I'm giving here. Python weekend is my project name. Once if you give that, then you can click on create and click on this window. That's it. So you will have this a new project, but without files. No files are there right now. You have only new project is there clearly. So this is new project. It's creating virtual environment. But in this new project, how to write code and all, we'll see now. Okay. So these are the possibilities are there to write Python script and execute. Once you install Python software and PyCharm editor, interactive mode, script mode, Python ideally, PyCharm editor, anyways we can use, no problem. But finally, I strongly recommend to use PyCharm editor only. So this is virtual environment is creating. You can add as many as Python files to your project once it is ready. Now you can see it is ready. So I'm trying to add my Python files to my project here. Python weekend is actually it's a project name, but no files are right now. So right click on it now, Python weekend, and right click on it. Once you right click on it, you can go to new option. But look at here, you have two options here, file option and Python file option. So what is the difference between this and this? It is a text file. It is a simple text file. Once if we give text file, then while giving the Python file name .py extension must and should give. But once if I select this Python file, no need to give any .py extension because already you are selecting Python file only. Click on Python file and test I'm giving. So press enter, press enter. Now you can see we entered the press enter button. So we got this test.py tab here. We can able to type any code. This is your Python script. The advantage of PyCharm editor is as soon as whenever I try to type print option here, look at here, some IntelliSense is coming here. Some suggestion box will come here. So this is the advantage of programming part. Okay. So the thing is what I'm saying. So yeah, I want to, you want me to repeat the steps? Yes, we can do this. File menu, new project. This is project creation. You know that how to create project creation. That's it. Project creation is over. Now, if you want to create a new file, means a separate Python files, right click on this project name Python weekend. Okay, go to new and you can select Python file. If I select Python file while giving the name, no need to give .py extension because already we are selecting Python file. If I select this one while giving Python file name, .py extension is required. .py extension is required. That is the difference. I'm selecting Python file. You can see test1 I'm giving, test1. Press enter. So automatically test1 is created here. Test is created here. Two tabs are there, two programs are there. Any program you can write by clicking on it like this only. Okay. Next, you can see test.py we are in. What I mean to say, when I try to type something here, some IntelliSense is coming here. This is the advantage. This IntelliSense box is not coming, will not come in IDE, ideally, or will not come in Notepad. So Notepad code, don't practice. It is hard thing to practice because you don't know how to write the syntax and all. So avoid Notepad code in initial stage. But once you got an idea syntactically and how to write the structure of Python code, so you can write it anywhere, no problem at all. So I'm just press enter button. It is coming like this. I want to say hello. How to execute this? Once if you want to execute this program, you can go to run menu and you can say run, press run, and you will have directly first program here. Click on it. So first program is going to execute. Hello is coming clearly here. And if you want to run this tester.py, what we need to do? You can go to tester.py. Suppose I want to run this program. I want to write something here, print a plus b. So a plus b I'm taking. But how to run this test1.py? If I go to run, then run test only it is coming, but run test1 it's not coming. You can see output window is there here. But if you want to execute this test1.py and run test1, now you can see we are getting 30 value here. So which program you want to run? On that tab, you have to right click over there and run test1, it is there. If you want to run this one, right click over there, run test is there. This code is going to run this. But suppose you have any some mistakes like errors. I'm not closing bracket properly. Right click over there and run it. Now you will get error. So that is in red color, syntax error it's happening. So unexpected end of the file while parsing. So I have to rectify this issue. So easily we can able to manage the code in PyCharm editor. It's good practice actually here. So once you got an idea how to write Python script and all, so you can able to write it anywhere. Even Notepad you can use, Notepad plus plus you can use, Edit plus you can use, Visual Studio Code you can use, Sublime Editor you can use. Java people will use NetBeans, Edit plus. Anywhere you can write it code, Python code. But exclusive Python editors are PyCharm editor as well as Python ideally and Jupyter, Spider that are under comes into Anaconda distribution. So Jupyter and Spider is strongly recommend those who want to write Python script for their data analysis part or data science programs. They recommend the Anaconda distribution like Jupyter and Spider. At the end of the sessions, I'll include Python data analysis modules also like Pandas, Matplotlib, NumPy, that are very powerful modules which are used in data science and data analysis. At that time, I will use another editor like Anaconda 3 distribution because as a Python programmer, you should know very well what kind of editors we use and the entire the environment you should have the idea. But focus it on PyCharm editor, that's good enough to practice here. So this is about what I discussed today's session. Okay. So just you can feel it. It is a demo session. Okay. So how I'm teaching, so you can understand that whether you are understanding or not. That the way explanation is, it's going to reaching to you or not. You can think it once. So as your wish. So if you wish to continue, you can immediately contact with the durgasoft people. You can finish your formalities and registration complete. Once you get the registration, so I'll get the confirmation how many people are turned out. So no matter it is number of people, we'll take it, no problem. So tomorrow we will see this how many people will turn out. Once if we give the confirmation, then we'll start it our regular session from tomorrow 4 to 8 only. Okay, every 2 hours I'll give gap, so 4 to 8. And next week also, next weekends also, every Saturday 4 hours, Sunday 4 hours. Okay, like this 5 weekends I'll complete it here. And every weekend, whatever I teach, so the session is completely recorded. So that recorded video I'll send to you. Even this session also recorded. Don't worry, I'll send to you later once you get the confirmation. Okay. Yes. Yeah, you can talk with me, no problem, in the chat box. Yeah, I'll share it, no problem. But the once if you finish your registration only, it is possible to share to you only, because directly it is not possible to share. So I can't share that contact number. Sorry for that. Okay. So anything, if you want talk, you can contact to Durgasoft. If they'll give my number, so you can take it and talk to me. This is not right. This is not right platform to give a number. No problem at all, Mister. I am whatever the passed out, no matter it is. Mr. Rajak Basha, I'm not getting your doubt, sir. We want to complete week from you. I'm not getting what is that. Can you please repeat it? I'm 2012 passed out. No matter it is. Don't worry about what year passed out. No matter it is. Okay. So how the way you are working on it, it is matter. Yes, undoubtedly, Python script can be used in automation only. Many of the people which are coming from which are there in the US in the morning session, early morning session, late night session, I used to take for them. They are saying only with me automation purpose I am learning Python. So compulsory Python is for automation only. Yeah, yes, you can join it, no problem. You can get a job as a fresher. Why not? So you have a lot of opportunity. Mr. Rajak Basha, complete week batch, it's not there actually. You can contact to durgasoft people. So it is especially weekend batch. They mentioned clearly weekend. So if you want complete week batch, then why you join here in this case? That's not good. Complete week, it's not possible. Especially this is a weekend batch, I'm saying. That's what I'm taking. No, every Saturday 4 hours, every Sunday 4 hours. No, it's okay, no problem. Undoubtedly, it is good to learn to become a developer nowadays. Python is undoubtedly a topmost programming language. Everybody, if you ask in outside, so I want to become a programmer, what programming language will you suggest? Means undoubtedly the foremost priority they'll give for Python. No need to learn any skills, mathematical skills, but a data analysis part, some little bit calculation is required. Linear regressions or some kind of things are required. I don't know about what data science people will teach you, but to learn Python, no need to learn any mathematical logics and all. Yeah, if you want to talk with me, so I can't give my number here. Okay, so this is against to my company rules and regulations. You better to contact to durgasoft people, so you can ask them. Okay, if they'll give number, you can take happily, so you can contact me at any time. Yeah, within how many days you can leave it? This is actually weekend batch, I said. No, so 5 weekends are there, 5 Saturdays, 5 Sundays, every Saturday 4 hours, every Sunday 4 hours. Okay, if it is normal batch, we used to teach like 45 days only. That's it. That's a very simple language, man. No need to worry about that. Okay. So no hurries. That is 45 days it will take. 45 to 50 days it will take. Every day 1 hour session, that is normal batch. That is up to Monday to Friday only. This is how many weekends? Yes, 5 weekends will be there. Okay, 5 weekends. 5 Saturdays, 5 Sundays, core and advance. Yes, exactly. Core and advance, no matter it is, in detail, we'll teach completely. You will never disappoint for sure. That much guarantee I can give it. Okay. So that's all about today, guys. Thanks for attending this session for demonstration. Hope you like it. So if you like it, if you want to interest to join, so you can contact to durgasoft team, and they will assist you. And let us see this tomorrow also, same time you can join it at 4 o'clock. Before that, take the confirmation from durgasoft. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. We'll assist. We'll assist. Any things are there, we'll assist you, but no guarantee. I'll not give 100%. Okay. Yes. So see you tomorrow, same time again. Tomorrow, most probably, we will have the 4 hour session. Who wants to join, really, please come forward. Okay. So before that, you can contact the durgasoft people. So then we will continue the session continuously 4 hours. Every 2 hours, I'll give some gap also, no problem. 10 to 15 minutes. No problem. We'll see tomorrow. Okay. At same time, you can join it. Okay. Yes. Have a nice time.